all those links. And another thing is like you just seen here, the assessment option will be there. Right after that learning modules, the assessment option will be there. Now it is not showing any assessment questions and all. It will showing that it is coming soon. After you are completing these sessions, if in that meeting that one session will be completed, after that only that assessment will be shown. So you have to complete the assessment. The first thing is you have to complete the links, all the links of the code labs, and then you have to complete the assessment. And another one thing is this, in the resources, you just click on the resource. You can see in that above of the assessment, you can see the resources. You just click on that one. When you click on that resources, you can see to dos. In the to dos, uh, in this session, it is not showing. So in the to dos, there is one lab and another one is a AADK task will be there. I will show you later in that another sessions what is in this to dos list. So in this to dos list, one lab will be there and another one AADK task will be there. You have to complete those things. And after completing all these four things, all these four things, you can came to the tutorial learning models. You can see that mark as complete option like button will be there. After completing that links, labs, AADK task and the assessment, you click on that mark as completed. So after you clicking on that mark as completed, okay, you have to submit. After that only it is shows that marked completed. So now, then only we can know you are completed your task and in these sessions. So for one session, I will show you. So for one session, you have to do that links, assessment, labs, and AADK task. So in that agent placer champion, you have to do by your own self like 1 to 5 sessions. The sixth one you are already done. This is the agent placer champion badge, and another these 5 things you have to do by your own. So then we can move on to that another course, the Android app development with the Kotlin. So we just move on to this course. Okay, in the morning, there is one YouTube live sessions will be there. In that, the sir will be telling that in this week you have to learn about the Kotlin and setup of the Android app and all the other things. Is so we have to move on to that Android app development with the Kotlin course. So in that, click on View course. So in this course, you can see that there are so many sessions until the 13 sessions will be there. Don't need to worry about these sessions. You don't have to complete within one day. You have so many time. So complete these things. So today we will go on with the session one, the introduction to programming in Kotlin. We will go to that session one, like introduction to programming in Kotlin. Click on Take Me In. So in this also same thing. This is same thing for every sessions. When you click on to the Take Me In, you have to go to the tutorial and then click on learning modules and then click on links. This is for every session. This is the procedure. This is the steps. So I will tell in that before session, I will tell you that in the to-dos, what are all the tasks will be there. I will show you now. You just click on resources in the to-dos task. So now you can see that one lab session will be there and one AADK task will be there. So the lab session is like an you have to code what it is asking. The some comments will be there in the here. Okay. When you click on start and then get back to the labs. So you can see here some comments will be seen here. In that black, you can see introduction yourself and to do one, create a variable and print a short introduction line and all these comments will be there. So you just use those comments and type your code like you have to do that coding and after that you just click on run. The output will be seen in here. You can see the output here and later you just submit this you are in the you can see here right the submit code for to do the session one lab. You click on that one so the task will be submitted after you are completing your code and get an output. And for the AADK task, it is same as it is like on lab, but you have to take a report. It will be a report type task. So in this session, what and all the tasks you will do, you have to make a report. So you just submit there. So it will be helpful to you guys to put in your internship diary also. In the video portal, you have easily put your internship diary also. You can mention there. The same thing you will mention here also. So you just after completing this session lab and the AADK task, you will just click on this submit task. After completing all those things, you just click on mark as completed. So in this session, like introduction to that Kotlin, you can see click on links. There are 5 links will be here. And the starting of the meeting, I will ask you guys like who and all are created your developer profile. So if anyone is not creating your developer profile, you can see that first link, create your profile is there. You just click on that one. So just click on visit link. So after clicking on the visit link, you can see here, right? So you can see here, there are some instructions will be there to create and develop a program profile. So you just follow these instructions. Like fully explain about these steps and all. I just get you to this code lab, these instructions. You have to read your own and then do create your developer profile. And you can see that one YouTube video is also there. You just see that one and take help of that one. You just create your developer program profile. I hope you are all understanding what I am saying. If anyone not creating your developer profile, you just go to that first link, create a profile link, and follow those. So I hope all you are understanding. So next, we will move on to that next. After clicking on one link, you have to go back to that list. You can click on back to list or you can just click on the links. Click on back to list. So another 4 links will be there. The first one will be that creating a profile. If anyone not created, you just go on create. If you are already created, you just leave that. Your first program in Kotlin. The next link will be that your first program in Kotlin, and another create and use functions in Kotlin. So I will because this is a fully of theory. You just go through with these code labs like these instructions. You can see so many slides will be here. These code labs and then you just understand by reading these code labs what and all that like what is this Kotlin and what are the functions variables and data types we are using in this Kotlin and how this Kotlin will be works and all these things will be given in these code labs with these three links. So you just go through with these code labs and read these code labs, and you can understand more about the Kotlin. So in the starting page, they're like just briefing you what and all these in this code lab, what are all this you will learn or you will build, and what you will learn. You can see what you will build here. The short programs in the Kotlin that display messages when you run them. You are building that like in some programming in Kotlin. Just that it will display some messages when you run that program. So like this, you just go to that next slide. You can see here open Kotlin playground will be there. So you are all having a doubt like we are using the Android Studio, why we are using this Kotlin playground. Before going to this Android Studio, you just learn about the Kotlin, right? So for learning this Kotlin, you just use this Kotlin playground. There already mentioned that link. That playground will be link will be mentioned here. You just click on that Kotlin playground link. It will open that playground. So this is the Kotlin playground. So like you can see in the playground there are already they are already given the three lines of code: function main, decline, hello world, and then closing. So this is automatically updated program. You just change this program into other what you want the output, and changes will be there. So I will just briefly tell you what and all this function and these things. We are like I will just explain this function. Here we can just call that function. Calling the function. Here we using the short form as a fun. Fun. We are using the function as a short of fun. And the function needs name, inputs, and the body. Remember these three things. The function needs name, input, and the body. So in these three lines of code, I will explain the what are the name, input, and all that body. So you can see the main. The main is the name of the function. We are calling the function and gave the name as a main. The main is the name, and in the you can see that parenthesis will be there, right? In that parenthesis, in the inside of this parenthesis, you have to put an inputs. We are putting an inputs inside this parenthesis, and the print line will be the body of this function. So we are calling the function, and we are name it as a main. In the parenthesis, we are put an inputs, and the print line will be the body of this function. They will explain these things in your code lab also. Okay, say, wait a second. So you can see here the function needs a name, input, and the body. They are mentioning that like a main is the name of the function, and you can put the inputs in that parenthesis, and the print line will be the body. So like this, you can use like you can learn more about these Kotlin functions and some other things by go through with these code lapses. So now I just simply tell you like fix errors in your code. So you can see like one code will be there, right? Function main and print line. Today is a sunny. So in this you can see that in the today is a sunny, that double inverted comma will be open, but it is not closed. You can see in this code that inverted comma will be open, but it is not closed. So it is showing an error, like expecting these some functions, like expecting some symbol. And it is also shown where we have to put, where we have getting those errors also. Before that parenthesis, we are not putting them closing symbol. So it will shows that errors. So like this in this Kotlin, you can see where the error and what it is expecting in that code log. What is the error and what it is expecting. So like this in this code log, they are all mentioning all the things. The other link will be that use variables in Kotlin. So variables in Kotlin, you in that code lab, you just knowing about the variables and the data types of the Kotlin. These are the variables. Like you, why I'm not telling all these things in a fully explainable explanation, because you are already in the final years. You are already in your final year engineering, and you are already know about some codings. The other things like Python, Java, some other things you are already know, and in those things you will know the function, variable, data types, and other things you already know. Same as it is those programming languages, Kotlin also having some variables and the data types and how their functions will be working. So you just go through with this lab. So you can know about know more about this Kotlin. In this 1.5 hour meeting, I can't explain all these things. So I just tell you to go through with these code labs and learn these things. You can see the data types will be the string, int, double float, boolean, same as it is the other programming languages also. But using these data types will be differ from those programming languages, slightly differ from those programming languages. And lastly, in the last link, they are in the practice problems, right? So in that, they are giving some codes and also they are giving some problematic questions. So in this link, in this code lab, the practical problems code lab, they are giving some coders codes and they are giving some questions like this. You just run this code and get an output. You see what output will be given here. You just run this code in the Kotlin playground and you just see that what is then output and try to change the code. Try to change the code how you want. And yourself only, you just taken some questions and try to solve those questions, trying to know more about the Scotland playground and all. The Scotland playground is fully free now. You just play around these things. You just change that some values and some slight changes in that course and then see that output. So by doing these things, you can learn more about this Kotlin language. I hope all you are understanding what I am saying. All having some resources, internet, all of you are having this internet and some resources, right? You just go through with those things. Search it for that Kotlin and Android Studio, how it works, what and all the advantages we are using this Kotlin program. Other than these code labs, you just, if you know, other than these code labs, you have to work hard and try to learn more about these things. So then only you can be able to do all these other collapses in the future. Then only you can know about the Kotlin program also. Other than this, like it's just we are doing these things and you also doing the task, whatever we are giving, and that's it. This is not the right way. You just put more efforts on these things, so you will learn more. And in the future, you can get them better job in this field only. So, like for today, the task will be that if anyone not creating your profile, you just create your profile, and in that also you have to complete your all the labs in the session ones. The five code the four code lab will be there, like The four links will be there. You have to complete all those links. You have to go through with those theory parts and learn these things. There is nothing to do any like any task will be there. You just in the playground you just do some coding and know about see that output or how it runs, the Kotlin how it works. Just know about these things. By tomorrow we will set up that Android studio and we can go through with that one. In that next further, all the sessions will be conducted in the Android studio only. This is only for that you have to learn about the Kotlin.